said to my mom, "Now, Ashley, go and take the bread to Mrs. Walker. I always get picked." She told me that I needed to take that bread to Mrs. Walker because she didn't have any food. She really didn't have any family. She really didn't have any kids. We were her family. So I had to go over there. I grabbed the bread, put it in my arms, and I went up to her doorstep. I had to take some big breaths. I knew it was going to be bad in there. It was going to smell like cat pee, kitty litter, and cigarettes. The worst smell ever. She pulled me right inside. The stench filled my nose. I couldn't breathe. She started talking to me, showing me all of her new things that she got. There's a kitty calendar, her kitten slippers, her kitty magnets. Everything was kitty. She loved the cats. So then me and her started talking, and she asked me what my worst fear was. She said to me, "Ashley, what's your worst fear?" Well, I certainly wasn't going to tell her. She would tell every kid in the neighborhood. Then I was going to be out and about what my worst fear was. And she said to me again, "Ashley, what is your worst fear?" Well, zip, that was it. I'm not telling her. No way, no how. She was not going to know. And then she did it. She brought out the Starburst. She handed me a Starburst and then said to me, "Ashley, what's your worst fear?" Well, I knew I had to tell her now. It was like an exchange. She gave me something, I gave her something. I had to respect my elders. So then I pulled her in close and whispered and told her my worst fear. "Oh," she says. And she goes and she reaches for the book in a cabinet. She opens up this book and goes, "Poof, bah! All the kitty litter, dust, cat fur, all in my eye. Oh, it stung." I wiped away the dust as she read from that old nasty book. "Listen to me, child. If you want to avoid your worst fear, beware. Beware of watermelon. This is how you will get rid of your fear. If you wish not to get," she whispered this part so nobody would hear my worst fear, "never eat a bite. If you do it, it will bring on a fright. Something will kick you and punch you inside. Listen to my rules and abide. If you choose to eat a whole watermelon in 1 day's time, the seeds will gather, and you are in for a sublime." I ran out of that house and was scared to death. I'd eaten watermelon before. Oh man, could it happen? Could my worst fear happen to me because I had eaten that watermelon before? I went over to my friend's house and announced, "I will not eat watermelon anymore." "Not even a bite," William said. "Not even a bite. But it's your favorite. You've always liked the watermelon." "Not even a bite." I told my mother. I ran up to her. "I am done with watermelon forever." "Oh, Ashley, I've cut you some for today. Just have one taste." "Not even a taste," I said. She said, "Now what are you going to eat for fruit?" "I'll eat anything. Anything but watermelon." Oh, Ashley. And she rolled her eyes. I continued this song as long as I could remember. I would not eat one bite of watermelon. No way. Well, later on in life, then I got married. And my husband grew this beautiful garden and orchard. Oh, we had apples and oranges. We had cabbage and strawberries, tomatoes and spinach. But he also grew watermelon. Well, one day he came into the kitchen with a platter of nice, beautiful watermelon, he thought. And he said, "Now, honey, everybody in town loves my produce. Why don't you just have a bite?" "Not a bite!" I screamed. "Honey, everybody loves my watermelon. Just have one bite. I am allergic," I said. "Honey, food allergies disappear over time. Now just have one bite. Come on, honey. For me, just one bite." Well, I thought to myself, it's pretty silly. Over all these years, I haven't eaten any watermelon just because I was afraid of my worst fear happening. And so I said, okay, just one bite. So I took that slice and I bit into it. Well, this was the best thing I've ever tasted. So crunchy, so sweet. I knew this was heaven sent. I ate one slice, and then I ate another, and then I ate another. And by that whole time, you know what? I ate that whole watermelon, maybe even 2 or 3. It was the most delicious thing I ever had. Just think to myself, all of these years, I had not eaten watermelon. So then I went to bed that night, thinking to myself, well, what if? No, it won't happen. It was just a stupid legend. But it could, and if it did, it won't happen. It can't. Well, I went to bed that night and woke up. In the morning, I just felt fine. I felt like I'm $1,000,000. Nothing bad happened to me. So then I went in, I brushed my teeth, I went to the bathroom, and then I just started to, you know, I was getting undressed, gonna put on my regular clothes, and I was lifting up my shirt, and